Okay, we've got some games to talk about. We've been doing some preseason stuff, and now we've got some actual basketball to talk about. So, Alex, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you once again. Thank you.
So, I know I said we've got a lot of basketball to talk about, but I'm going to start with something non-basketball related. I know you recently had a big birthday. How was the birthday?
It was a lot of fun. Of course, got the best present in a win, so got to play on my birthday. And then it was good. Went out to eat with my family after, and it was a fun night. It was good. It was good.
I know you and AZ share a birthday, so I think we got like the best shooters on the team sharing birthday. Is it just something in the water on November 11th there?
I think so. We were talking about it, do you want to have a kid that could, be a shooter in basketball? Why not on November 11th? But no, it's super cool sharing a birthday with her and yeah, it was awesome.
So take me through what the past week and a half has been like getting these first three games under your belt.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think just the excitement to get out there in front of the fans again, just the excitement for the season to start going with the games. It's been super fun. It's been definitely been a learning experience for us. We're learning a lot throughout each game and, just striving to get better, especially before this coming Sunday against a very good Indiana team.
I think as you go through these first few games here, you mentioned learning a lot about yourself. What's impressed you the most about this team so far at this point through these first few games?
Yeah, I think it's really just the offensive ability of our team. I think that's really just it hasn't been a surprise, but I think when it's out there, just you could just see how deadly it could be just from, any given night, anybody could beat you. It could be one person's night, it could be another person's, or we could just have multiple guys go off. So I think the offensive power of this team could be super scary.
As you played through these first few games here, has there been something that stood out to you as like a key area that you want to work on as you're kind of getting through this early part of the season?
Yeah, I think it's the defensive end. I think we just need to get better defensively, rebound at a better rate. But I definitely think if we could focus more on the defensive side and rebound, I think that really puts us on a whole nother level, especially with how good our offense has looked so far. If we could get the defensive side of it and just really lock in and, get possessions after possessions with defensive stops, they'll really take it to another level.
I know in some of these early games, I mean, part of the reason that you're playing some of these, to continue to build that chemistry, but also to get to kind of face some different types of defenses that you might see throughout the year. What have you, experienced going up against these first three games and what have you seen so far?
Yeah, against NAU, they're pretty much just a man-to-man team. So it was good to get those sets under and just, work on some man-to-man action. So then, Stonehill, Mississippi Valley, they both did a lot of zone. So, we had to work on the zone. We got to get better at it. But just working against sets against the zone was super helpful for us. And then the pressure as well. I mean, Stonehill and Mississippi Valley, they both pressed us. So just working against pressure too. So we really saw, zone press and man, all three types that we'll definitely see in the Big East play and non-conference play in the future. So it was good to get those under our belt.
So one thing that obviously was one of the key takeaways that came out of last night's game against Mississippi Valley State was that Steph's dealing with a bit of an injury. What impressed you about this team and guys being able to step up when a guy who's part of the starting rotation there isn't able to suit up that night?
Yeah, it's next man up. And, coach, the way that coach runs practices and the way the coach and staff really emphasizes and like the intensity and just really how much they demand out of us every day. Who Solo, I mean, he was the next guy up in the
Yeah.
starting lineup for us, so he was ready to go. And just always being ready to get whenever your name's called because everyone on this team provides so much value to where if someone does go down, we just gotta be able to step in and fill the void that Steph provides for us every night.
Yeah, I know Steph's a freshman, but Solo is as well. I mean, you had to step into a starting role there as a freshman in your first year there. So, what was it like seeing a player like him, have to step up? And have you given him some advice and kind of dealing with, making that next step and being part of that starting rotation?
Yeah, definitely. I talked to him, just get his confidence going, just do what you normally do out there. I mean, nothing changes whether you come off the bench or start and you just got to provide value and just making sure he has that confidence out there. I mean, when you do start as a freshman, your first game, it's definitely exciting and you get a boost of adrenaline going. So you just try to stay calm, stay in the moment and really, just trust your skills, trust your confidence and really Coach Hurley recruited you. You're out there for a reason. He trusts you. So just really just having, just really staying true to your skills.
I know Cam had come out and said, the first couple games he wasn't shooting quite as he had, knows the level that he could shoot at. What were your thoughts seeing him kind of go off last night and, really start to put things together there?
I was so happy for him. I mean, he's the best shooter on the team. I'll tell him that. And 7 for 11 from three is insane. And I mean, he deserves it. I mean, the amount of work that he puts in, just his approach every day towards basketball, just his approach towards life, everything really. He's just so basketball focused and so competitive to where, one of those games was bound to happen for him. And, I wasn't surprised when he was making all those shots. I was just so happy for him. And he deserves it. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. He just deserves it.
I'm going to take a quick break from the interview to tell you about my friends at Martin Rosol's Meats. This fourth generation Connecticut family business produces kielbasa, hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats using Martin Rosol's very own original recipes. Their products can be found in grocery stores, delis, restaurants, and hot dog stands throughout the state. And if you're looking for your fill right away, check out their retail store in New Britain. For more information, visit martinroselsinc.com and go support a UConn fan-owned business. And now, back to the interview. I think one thing that's always kind of cool to watch in these early season games is, as the coaching staff is trying to mix and match, the lineups a bit, throwing some different, guys out there. How's it been for you getting to play with some of these guys in different situations? And what do you learn about, the team and playing with different types of lineups out there?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think, just to go out there with different lineups, it definitely helps us a lot just for moving forward when we do play the better teams to see which lineups work, which lineups don't, which lineups are better offensively or which lineups are better defensively. So it's definitely super helpful. It's definitely, helps us learn just to play off each other in different positions on the court. And then, just the coaching staff, especially just see what they like and what they don't like.
As you went through the preseason with this team, I know there were high expectations. You talked about the team being at a good point. You feel like at this point so far, you've kind of lived up to the expectations that you had for yourselves, heading into the season?
Honestly, as of right now, I don't think so. I think we have way more. I think we could do way more. I know 3-0, of course, is obviously what we want, but I think we could have played so much better in all three of the games. So really, we know how high the expectations are, and I don't think we've met those yet. So I know the coaching staff is going to be hard on us during the practices and really just get us going for Indiana. So yeah, but I know the guys too, especially, we know we could be better. So we're just, just excited to get out there and work again.
I think you put up a career high was in the opener against NAU. How did it feel to go out there first game of the year and really kind of show, hey, like here's what I'm here to do this year?
It was amazing. Just the adrenaline, just to get out there, play again. Coach Russo on the sidelines too. It was nice to see him. And it was so much fun out there, especially in Gamble too. It was just electric, the banner, all that stuff. And it was a special night, Of course, first game of the year. So, it's just
Yeah.
the energy was through the roof.
Any chirping with Coach Russo down the sideline during that game?
After the game, I told him to get me Eat Joy. That's my favorite spot around campus, but I will not talk to him before or after the game.
I saw you guys like let him in the huddle though, like during the banner ceremony. So at least you guys let him take part in that moment.
Oh, of course, he deserved it.
As you've move on from these first few games here, and the competition level starts to step up a little bit. How excited are you to get to get on that bigger stage at MSG, and you get Indiana, and then possibly Texas or Louisville, depending on who wins that game?
Yeah, super excited. I mean, you always look forward to playing against the bigger level teams, and Indiana is definitely a high major team, a high level team, and then Texas or Louisville as well is the same. So, and it just makes it better. We're playing in MSG. I mean, just playing in that arena is special. It's the most famous arena, and yeah, it's just it's just such a fun environment to play in. So, no matter who you play in MSG, it's just going to be a great game, and it's always just going to be super high level.
Yeah, I know it's not quite a road environment, but for the first time you guys leave campus for games, get to go through that. What's that like for you getting to kind of go back into one of these tournament type settings?
I love it. I love it. I love when we get to play off campus and in a different venue. And yeah, I mean it's super exciting. I think the tournament just to, get those competitive juices again, just those, reminders like what's going to happen in March, what's going to happen during the Big East tournament, just, get used to, winning a tournament, winning a championship and get a small taste of, winning the Empire State Classic and then, realizing that there could be so many bigger opportunities to win bigger tournaments.
When you look at the college basketball landscape, I know, fans go into some of these games, maybe these first three thinking, that they should be relatively easy wins for you guys, but we've seen teams get upset early this, college basketball season. Is that something that's in the back of everyone's minds, knowing like, hey, anyone could win on any given night here?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, these teams are talented at the end of the day. They're D1 programs, and they're not going to back down. They're not going to come into, our gym thinking that they're going to lose. They're going to give us their best shot. And it's definitely there's definitely is a chance that we could lose, but we're not thinking about that at all. We know we're going to win going into every game, and we know that we're going to put on our best show, and just going out there and just competing and just having that mindset to where we gotta, just produce at the highest level.
We talked about your career high in that opener. Yesterday was the game you had to deal with a little bit of adversity, being in some foul trouble, some questionable ones there. I'll say that so you don't have to. But what was it like, playing through a game when you've got some foul trouble there?
It was tough. It was super hard. I think I'll admit I did commit stupid fouls, and it's I've been kicking myself for it. I watched some of the film, and I couldn't sleep last night just thinking about some of those foul calls. But it's super tough, especially as I hate just sitting on the sideline watching. I just want to get out there and hope the team wins. So it's frustrating, but at the same time, if I'm doing on the bench, I got to use my voice more. I got to, encourage my teammates, give them confidence, tell them what I see out there from the sideline, and really just, provide a different role while I'm out, with foul trouble, which won't happen again. I can't commit those stupid fouls again, but still, just help the team out in any way because we had a lot of freshmen out there just trying to help them out and, make it easier for them out on the court, even from the sideline.
All right. So I know last week or last episode, I threw the hot take question at you. You threw it back at me. I didn't have any that I could think of. So we threw it out there online. So I'm going to go through some of the ones that came in there and we'll get some of your reactions to them. Okay.
All right.
All right. So the first one that came through, and I think is evident by, possibly by that nice alley-oop he threw down yesterday. And that was Samson as the sixth man of the year candidate. Thoughts on that?
I agree with that. I don't know how hot of a take that's going to be, but I definitely think he's definitely a top two candidate for that. I wouldn't be surprised.
This one deals with your roommate here, and it's that Donovan becomes a serious 3-point threat. So as a shooter, are you seeing him as a serious 3-point shot?
The form is good, and his mechanic towards it are good. It's just I think once he gets that first one down in a game, I think his confidence is going to really go up. And then we could see it happen. So obviously we want it to happen, but it's got to take it game by game with that.
I like this one, and all five starters will have a game with at least 5 assists.
Ooh, I definitely think that's possible. I
Yeah,
like that one. That's definitely possible. I think all five of us are super unselfish players, so I wouldn't be surprised
that's
that
that's what
happens.
I was thinking. I thought like for a hot take, I mean, it's definitely got some level of spiciness to it, but it's at least a reasonable
Definitely.
one there.
Very, definitely reasonable.
So we saw some minutes for him yesterday, and that was that Apostolis is going to get some big minutes throughout the season. What were your thoughts on seeing him out there yesterday?
I loved it. His personality and just he provides a lot of pop out there and just he's super energetic and just really likes to get the team going. So, he definitely made a big impact when he was out there. So he really got us going again. So I mean I loved it. I loved what he did out there. I was just super happy to see him out there.
So this one goes back to Donovan, and we've seen a couple flirtations from other guys this year with a triple double, and this one was that Donovan's going to end up with the first triple double on the team this year.
Really? I think this is definitely a possibility. I'm gonna go with Tristan or Steph. I think one of those two. Tristan's done it before. Steph was pretty close against Stonehill. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one of those two could get it.
All right. That's some fun hot takes there. Not too spicy there.
Definitely no. They were
Um,
good.
the fifth state in the Union, but the first state in our hearts. The state of Connecticut has a long and storied history of success on and off the athletic fields, and 22 Threads is your go-to apparel brand for all things CT. Visit the 22 Threads website at www.22threads.com to shop their stores and blue-collar football apparel collections now. 10% of each item sold is donated to a local Connecticut nonprofit organization. Look good, do good, because you love CT. All right, so we got some other questions that came in here. And a lot surprisingly, I'm not sure what was going on with everyone, but a lot of them about like favorite foods for you. So, or if you like,
Really?
so so we'll go through some of these and see if you get favorite dairy bar ice cream flavor.
Ooh. Cam and I went there. He was the first one. I've been here for like a year and a half, and Cam took me for the first time this year. So it was my
You
first
never
time.
went to dairy bar last year?
Never. I don't know why I never did. But I went with Cam and I got the black. I always like black raspberry, so I got the
Okay,
black raspberry. Then I like the chocolate peanut butter one. That one was a
okay,
good one for me too.
solid choices. These are just like two completely random foods that I don't know why, but I figured I'll throw them at you. I People ask, I'll do the asking. Do you like pickles?
Yes, I do.
And do you like mayo?
Some days I do, some days I don't. It's weird with me.
All right, so I think Big Larry might be like somewhat satisfied with that answer.
Does
It's
he? He likes it?
he hates mayo, so
He hates him? Okay.
yeah, I don't know. That's a big thing he's been taking on lately. So as you head into New York City, I know the team has spent a lot of time in New York. Favorite thing to do in the city?
Go to Times Square. I
Oh,
love Times Square. Just seeing the city, just seeing the lights, just walking around New York City. I love it. So yeah, definitely Times Square. Or eating at a steakhouse with the team before the game.
oh, nice.
Steakhouses they're elite out there.
Do you have like a preferred type of steak to get?
I always get like a filet. So
All
I
right.
definitely get a filet.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are gonna be in New York at a fun time of year when you get there around the holidays between what we've got coming up and then the UNC game. It's always fun to be in the city in November, December time frame. Really gets all lit up, which is nice. Um, now this is back to food. Favorite Thanksgiving food because we are coming up on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving food, mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. It's
That's a
definitely up there.
very good choice there. Outside of yourself, if you guys needed a three, in the final minute of the game, who do you want taking the shot?
Gotta be Cam after what he did yesterday. 7 threes. Gotta be him.
All right, so this one came up. So they've started compiling some nicknames for you around Caravan.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a couple at you. I like this one. When you come on the podcast, they're calling it Carabanter. I kind of like that.
That's a solid one. That's a
Um,
solid
let's see what else we have. I know there was the Caravan, but now they're calling it the Caravan Wagon. Do you like that one?
one. I do like that one a lot. I love that one actually.
Um, when the team wins another title, they're calling it a Carabanner. You like that?
Ooh, I like that one actually. Yeah.
Let's see what else do we have here? When you go off in a game, a Carabonanza. I kind of like that.
All right. If I hear that a couple more times, I might start to like it. But first, I was kind of surprised by that one at first.
All right, but I mean, they're compiling some like there's a spreadsheet out there on UConn social media, so you'll have to go take a look and see all the nicknames. But I had to throw a few of them at least at you.
Creative. All three of them are definitely creative. I like them. All
All right,
three of them are creative.
all right. Let's see what else we've got here. Just message to the fan base, kind of as you go through this next stretch of games here. Heading into this tournament, and then a few more home games in the non-conference.
Yeah, I'll just say just to continue to support us. We're going to continue to get better every day. We want to get better every day. We want to, continue to improve just to continue to play at the highest level. And, we're striving for that every day. We're trying to get better every day. And, just as support from you guys, it means everything to us, just showing up to games, just giving the energy. We really play off your guys' energy when we get to the games. And, we love the chance. We love all that. So, we thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for everything. We're going to continue to strive and get number 6. So we just want to continue to get better, and that's what we'll promise you. And just continue to support us. So yeah.
I feel like the crowds too have been particularly strong so far this year. Like these buildings have been packed.
No, definitely. We got to continue with that. So they definitely have been packed, and I've been loving it, and our team needs it too.
Yeah, no, I mean I've been around like you used to get some of these like early November games where it's like a modest crowd, but some big crowds of late, which is well deserved, and you guys are yeah, well deserving of that. So Alex, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk after the Empire, and got a game on Black Friday this year too.
Let's go.
Is it like it's a Friday at 2 o'clock? Have you ever played a game like in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday before?
Net on a weekday, never,
Yeah,
never. Unless it was like Thanksgiving break or Christmas break, but never on a
yeah,
weekday.
that'll be an interesting one. So yeah, no, you'll get that too. Don't eat too much turkey on that Thursday. So
I will.
everyone in good shape for Friday.
Let's go.
But
I'll be good.
Alex, as always, thanks so much, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.